Hello world. Well, apparently, someone has commented on one of my videos asking me to talk about politics while playing 7 Days to Die. Well, I haven't really talked about politics, I guess, on the channel before, so I thought this was appropriate. So, let's just, dive right in. Okay, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Strongly agree. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Strongly agree. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Strongly disagree. Our race has many superior qualities compared to other races. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. What? I don't know how to answer this one because I don't really know what it means. The enemy of my enemy. I mean, I know what that means. I mean, like my enemy's enemy is also my ally because we're both, you know, fighting the one enemy. So, what does that strongly agree. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Strongly agree. There is now a worrying fusion, fusion of information and entertainment. Strongly agree. People are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. No. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Yeah. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Um, hmm. Some corporations do protect the environment, but yeah, strongly agree. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need. No, I know where that's from. No, the freer the market, the freer the people. Yeah. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled branded consumer product. That's not a sad reflection. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought or sold. Strongly disagree. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I don't see that evidence of that. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Agree. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its. That I agree with, but not strongly so. Agree. The rich are too highly taxed. Yeah, they are like they pay like 70 or 80% of the um uh entire I know the word. Anyways, they basically pay the most in taxes, both with volume of money and percentage. Or well, I don't know about percentage, but they pay the most. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Yeah, government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Yeah, a genuine a genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinational. Yeah. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should be illegal. Yeah. Or, if the woman's life isn't threatened and if she, wasn't raped, I guess. All authority should be questioned. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Yeah. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Education is important. All people have their right, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. What does that mean? Sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Mine did. It's natural for children to keep secrets from their parents. I don't. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Yeah. The prime function of I saw the word schooling and I thought shooting. Wow, that's just. Hmm. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Yeah, yeah. People with serious inheritable disability should not be allowed to. Yeah, I mean, what kind of life does someone have? Like being a potato, basically. I knew of a girl that basically could not do anything. She basically was like just laying there in her bed. She couldn't move, to eat, or do anything on her own. And honestly, I think it was a good thing, and good thing, and I know it's hard to say because it, how can you say that it's a good thing? But in her case, it was a good thing and a morally righteous thing that she, died. Even though, I mean, no, the people, oh, they have a disability, they should die. No, she literally had no standard of living. Why would anyone in this world want someone to live a life like that? That is not a life at all. It's sad. And I think she lived 16 years. 16 years without leaving that room, without leaving that bed. That is purely disgusting to see. And I saw her. I saw her laying in bed and I was like, I had pity on her. I was like, why would her parents continuously have her live when she has no value of life? When she just sits there. It's And honestly, if I was the same way, I would really, really, I would want, you know, for someone to just pull a plug because I would not want to live like that. And it is cruel and it's basically abuse that she continued to live because her life was nothing but suffering. She couldn't do anything that anyone, not even I could. She can't even do things I could do, or what anyone else could do, for that matter. I mean, just poor. Anyways, the most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. That is true. That is true. 100%. My mom is a teacher, and oh, she's a special needs teacher. Um, and I swear to God, those children do not know how to behave. And it doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. You should know how to behave. There is no exception. There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. Strongly disagree. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. Yeah. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. First generation immigrants can never fully be integrated within their new country. That is true. What's good for the most successful corporations is ultimately good for all of us. I agree. That's a soft agree. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive. However, wait. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. Disagree. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Not really. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delays progress in a yeah. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Well, yes and no. I mean, I both agree with that and not agree with that. So let's just do strongly agreed. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Wrong. It should be for all crimes. And well, not for all crimes. I mean, but if you murder someone, death penalty. If you honestly, I say if you like rape someone, death penalty, because rape is just disgusting, and honestly, no one should ever do it. It's in a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Yeah. Abstract art doesn't represent anything and shouldn't be considered art at all. Strongly agree. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Strongly disagree. Um, I believe in rehabilitation. Um, because if you punish, they just become worse. But if you put them through rehabilitation, they become good citizens. It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Strongly disagree. Anyone can be rehabilitated. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Strongly agree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers, housewives, or take care of their children. Obviously this part, and I know people are gonna say, "Ooh, feminism," but honestly, mothers that have careers, ever since women have joined the workforce, and especially mothers, or well, basically just mothers, ever since mothers joined the workforce, our children have been getting worse and worse because there's no one there to raise the children. And honestly, the most important thing that a woman could do is raise children because they are our future. And that's not sexist. That's not sexist at all because we're talking about our children. Children are the future, and giving females, mothers, the important role of raising them is, yeah, is always favorable. Multi-international companies are unethically exploiting plant genetic resources of developing countries. Honestly, yes and no. I saw some videos of Nike, like, basically keeping their workers in slums, um, paying them basically nothing, and then charging their products at very expensive prices. And honestly, that is disgusting. I mean, I don't care what race they are. I mean, you shouldn't. If someone works and creates a good product, they should be compensated for that. They shouldn't be treated like dirt just because you can get away with it. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Agree. Astrology accurately explains. And agree. You cannot be moral without being religious. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Honestly, yeah. Some people are naturally unlucky. Disagree. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Honestly, I would like to see religious values put into schools because honestly, our children are deteriorating fast and it's not good. Sex outside of marriage is usually, immoral. Strongly agree. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Well, honestly, I think a child should have a mother and father, because that it's how it should, be. Stop. You're not being funny. I can answer whatever I want. This is me answering it. It's not you. So if you don't like it, you can go. A same-sex couple in a stable loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Honestly, here's my opinion of gays, lesbians, whatever. You can do what you want as long as you don't bring children into it. Because if you bring children into it, you are then morally wrong. And honestly, the people that should be raising our children are the people that are making the children. That being said, if you have sex and you have a child, you should keep it, because if you have sex and you get pregnant, well, it doesn't matter if you can't take care of it or whatnot. It, you shouldn't have sex in the first place if you can't take care of a child. Because honestly, you were put on this earth for not your own pleasure. And if you think that you were put on this earth just for your pleasure, you are very wrong. Nothing in this world is about your own pleasure. This world is entirely to make the world better for the future generations. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. This could be biased. Depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Honestly, no. But also, yes. Honestly, the introduction of pornography has made I guess male's more violent, or or whatever, because if you don't have a strong grip on yourself and you watch porn, that could make you could do a lot of crazy stuff. So I think would be best if no, it shouldn't be legal. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no one's business but the state. Wait. Gave you the answer. Disagree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Honestly, I now don't hate me for this or whatever. But I kind of agree. I mean, there are those cases where yes, they are actually gay or whatnot, but a lot of people that are gay, something happened to them, and honestly, I don't think it's appropriate for a society to um promote or be openly, be like, oh yeah, you're gay, oh good for you. No, that shouldn't, because honestly, and I'm saying this basically purely on survival of the fittest, children making, and all that other stuff. Um, about my points of or views of why you are on this earth. You're on this earth to continue the struggle for survival. Honestly, if you don't constantly fight for struggle or constantly um live, if you don't continue your genetic line to continue the survival of your genes, if you don't do that, then I, honestly, there's something wrong with you. Honestly, and I'm not saying that, oh, that makes you a bad person or anything, but that just something's wrong. Maybe a few screws got loose. And I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying that, uh, well, it's just a touchy subject. And it's my opinion or belief or whatnot. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see where I am. Okay, last time I was like right here. Uh, oh, great. Huh. Okay, what is this? Huh. Let me just. Huh, that's different. Huh. I guess I didn't write the. Because I was closer here last time. And like a lot more towards Hitler area. But then. Huh. Hmm. That's strange. But I knew I was right. I mean, authoritarian right, yeah. That's pretty much, yeah. Um, so yeah, this is where I am. So yeah, so this is the video. Hope you guys like it. And honestly, I said some things, my opinions on things. And honestly, if you get offended, I don't understand. I mean, it's my opinion. I mean, I can respect your opinion, and I can listen and respect your opinion and still have my own. So you should be able to do the same. But man, I got more right. I was like, and then I'm also down a tier. Okay. Anyways, but it's like, yeah, I know I talked about homosexuality, like not being natural and like stuff, but honestly, I don't hate gays. I don't. Um, I'm fine. I'm completely fine with their existence. They're fine. Um, and I don't really know what else to say. Um, so yeah, this is the political compass, and that's where I score. So yeah, so goodbye, world.